Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you a beginner reformer workout. This is going to be workout number 2 in my updated beginner series. So we need no props today, just ourselves and our reformer. We're going to be going a little bit deeper into the work that we did into workout 1, which is linked here if you have not seen workout 1. So just taking the practice a little bit deeper. Today, we're going to be starting on 3 red springs. Those are 3 heavy springs on my reformer. My straps are ready to go. Your headrest can be up or down to start. And then once you have everything set up, go ahead, join me on the reformer. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to lie myself down. I am going to lift up my headrest as we are coming straight into footwork, and I do like my headrest up when I'm doing footwork. My heels are going to be on that bar. My heels are pressing into that bar and my legs are squeezing together. My arms are resting down by my sides. My palms are either placed down or flipped up, choosing if you want to open your shoulders wider. And then you're going to take a big deep inhale. As you begin exhaling, you're going to go flex your toes towards your nose. Extend your legs out and resist yourself back in. So pushing that carriage away, resisting it when you come in. Keeping those abs pulled in towards that spine. Shoulders are trying to touch that carriage mat and stay long and soft through your upper body. Really trying to get the legs to work together, push equally into each side, left and right. We're going to go for 3 more. For 2. On this next one, when you come in, I want you to just drop halfway in. Hold that carriage quiet, just holding the carriage quiet halfway from the bumper. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that carriage all the way out and bring yourself home. We're going to slide down to the balls of the feet. Feet are still touching. All 10 toes are picking up real estate. We're going to lift those heels ever so slightly. Abs are pulled in, zip together, everything nice and tight. Take an inhale, exhale, push yourself out, resist yourself in. So make any adjustments that you may need. Pushing and pressing. Really trying to keep those heels lifted, squeezing every time you get to the top. Let's go for 4. Think about both legs moving the same weight. We have 1 full one here, extended all the way out. When you come in halfway, drop it down. Hold it quiet, just the carriage halfway away from that bumper. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the carriage all the way out. And let's bring that carriage home. Keeping the balls of the feet on the carriage, we're just going to open those toes. Heels stay connected into that Pilates V movement. Arms are still resting by your side. Squeezing the heels, taking an inhale, exhale, push yourself away, squeeze up through that inner thigh, zip everything tight, resist it as you come in. So you really want to focus on pulling those inner thighs together, pulling that abdominal down to the back of the spine, engaging that deepest layer of your stomach. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. This last one, you'll come in halfway here. You're going to drop, hold. Just hold that carriage quiet, just working in a static hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the carriage out. Let's bring it home. home. Taking those heels, bringing them to parallel, coming to a wide position on the bar. Feet are staying parallel here, staying parallel on the heels. Take a big deep inhale, exhale, push yourself out, resist yourself coming in. So knees are not splaying too wide here, trying to stay right over the ankle, even though we're in a more athletic stance here. So keeping the toes pointing up towards the clouds, really feeling that length through the ankles as you extend out. Let's go for 2. Come in for 1 more here. Drop it halfway. Let's just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out and bring it in. Keeping those feet in parallel, drop them down to the balls of the feet. Toes are still right underneath your glutes. Take an inhale, exhale, push yourself out, resist yourself in. So keeping those knees in a little bit wider than parallel, a little wider than hips distance, more of an athletic stance. Let's go for 4. Keep those abs in. Are you maintaining that neutral spine? For 2, 1. Go ahead, bring it in halfway. Just hold it here. No movement of the body, no movement of the carriage. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it all the way out. Bring it all the way in. Go ahead, walk your toes now towards the center of the foot bar, but I want your feet to stay hips distance apart. You're going to go ahead, push yourself out with both feet. You're going to drop both heels underneath that foot bar, coming into that hamstring stretch or a tendon stretch. Lift the heels. Drop the heels. Use that exhale. We'll go for 3 with double. Next time those heels are lifted, hold them there. Drop the right heel under, bend the left knee. Let's switch. Slow and controlled, really getting that stretch on each side. Knee is pointing straight up to the clouds, building up that ankle stability. Now, once you feel that you got a good stretch and your knees are tracking up towards the clouds, you can pick up the pace, try to keep the hips quiet. The goal is to minimize the rock between the hips as you transfer weight from side to side. We have 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side. Come up on those toes. Let's bend those knees. Great job. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Roll those ankles. And then go ahead, bring your feet back to the foot bar. We're going to keep our hands down by our sides here for 1 moment. We're going to draw those abdominals in. And from here, I want you to tuck your chin, slowly roll yourself up. I want you to bring those hands and reach them towards the foot bar. Now, use that foot bar to help you lift your upper body a little bit higher. On your exhale, roll yourself down. Bring those arms back down by your sides. Again, take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, roll yourself up. Blow that air out. Draw those abdominals in towards that spine. Drop those shoulders. Take an inhale. On that exhale, roll yourself back. Find yourself lying back down. Let's go for 2 more just like that. Take a big, deep inhale to prepare. Tuck the chin, curl yourself up. Exhale that air out as you curl up, reaching for that foot bar, using the heels to help you get up a little bit higher. and roll it down. One more. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, draw those abs towards that spine. Don't let that belly dome. Pull it in as you're exhaling, reaching, getting higher into that chest lift. And down. Great job. Drop your knees from side to side. Let's go ahead. We're going to bring our arms back by our sides now. Our leg is now coming into tabletop, so bring one leg to table, squeeze the other one to meet it. Squeeze the legs together, drop the knees to parallel. From here, arms are now coming up towards the clouds. We're going to do the same thing without the resistance of the foot bar. So take a big deep inhale to prepare. As you exhale, draw those abs in, curl your chin towards your chest, roll yourself up, reach for that foot bar, reach, 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 curl yourself up a little higher without pulling your bottom off that ground or tucking those knees closer to that chest, and roll it down. Arms come back up to the clouds. Let's go for 4 more here. Take a big deep inhale to prepare. Drop those shoulders. As you begin exhaling, tuck that chin towards the chest. Draw those abdominals in towards the spine. Root through your bottom. Curl yourself up, maybe just a little bit higher. And bring it down. We have 3 more. Take a big deep inhale to prepare. Curl yourself up, curl up, reach for that foot bar, reach, reach, reach. Try not to tilt your knees closer towards your chest, and bring it down. We have 2 more. Big deep inhale to prepare. Tuck the chin, curl yourself up, reach those arms, reach them, drop those shoulders, open up through those collarbones. Bring it on down. Last one here. Inhale, tuck the chin. Begin exhaling, curling yourself in. Pull those abdominals flat towards your spine as you're curling yourself up. Exhale, bring it back down. Great job. Drop your knees from side to side. Coming back into that 100 preps position. Legs are coming into tabletop. Arms are reaching up to the clouds. We're going to come into hundreds prep. So we're going to tuck the chin towards our chest. We're going to do exactly what we did. We're going to curl up, reach those arms, draw those abdominals in, make sure that that weight is heavy through that tailbone. Reach your arms long. Now just small controlled pumps. You're going to take an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Exhale it for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more sets. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think about curling your abdominals in, reaching up higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Bring your feet to the foot bar. Drop your knees from side to side. Take a spine twist here, dropping your knees. Hands are coming back down by your sides. Right leg is coming to tabletop. Left leg is coming to meet it. Option here for your head to stay down. Option, curl your head up. Reach those arms long. We're going to come into single leg stretch, so I'm going to extend my right leg long, pull it in to meet that tabletop, then extend the left. Now, if you're feeling this in your lower back, shoot your legs up higher. Use that breath. I exhale when I extend the leg away. I inhale when I pull the leg back in. Last 2, reach the legs long. Last 1. When those legs come to tabletop, go ahead, bring your head down. Your feet come to the foot bar and drop your knees from side to side. Excellent job. We are going to be coming into our bridging segment. So if your headrest came back up, go ahead and knock it down. Now, last class we did some bridging on the platform. So again, you always have that option if you have tight hamstrings to bring your feet to the platform. Otherwise, let's bring our feet to the foot bar. We're going to start with just some glute lifts here, drawing those abdominals in. Arms are resting by our sides, pressing into that carriage mat. Abs are pulled in. You're going to take a big deep inhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, lift and bring those hips up. Now you're going to drop them straight down, squeeze and lift. So just coming in with hip lifts, hinging up, hinging down. Use that breath. Remember, your depth of your hinge is not important. It's about keeping the hips quiet and stable, working together, not using one side of your body more so than the other. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Next time your bottom comes down, hold it there. Arms by your side. Opening your legs hip distance apart now instead of squeezing together. Arms are reaching by your sides. Take an inhale. Going with that hip hinge. Hinge it up and hinge it down. Now again, going, lifting, lowering. Watching those hips. Taking the movement and the shift from side to side as you lower and lift the hips. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. When your glutes touch the bottom mat, hold it there. Take a quick second, bring your knees to your chest, rock it out for a moment. Feet are coming back to hips distance here. Heels are still on that foot bar. We're coming with our articulation now, so I want you to bring those abdominals in, zip your abs and your ribs together. You're going to tuck your pelvis, tilt it back, continue rolling yourself up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way to the top of that bridge. Now you want your shoulders, your hips, and your knees to try to be in one straight line. You're squeezing your glutes at the top, activating those glute muscles. Now from your top of your shoulders, you're going to begin rolling yourself down one vertebra at a time, pushing each vertebra into that carriage mat as you articulate yourself down. Once your tailbone hits that mat, go ahead, find that neutral spine. Let's begin again. Let's tuck and roll. Scoop yourself up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Find that straight line from the shoulders to the waist to the knees. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself down, pushing each vertebra into that mat. We have 2 more at your pace here, rolling through that spine. Should feel really good and nice on the body. Tuck, scoop, and roll. Squeeze at the top. You're trying to hold on to those glutes. Building that back line, firing it up. 1 more here. When you roll yourself up to your top on this last one, meet me at the top. Now think about those hips. Take a glance at those hips. You're trying to keep those hips quiet. I want you to lift the left leg, right leg, whichever one, to tabletop. Now tap it to the foot bar. Switch the weight, lift the other foot. Try to keep the hips quiet. You want to minimize the movement as you transfer weight from side to side. Keeping those abs pulled in. They're pulled towards that spine. That belly is flat and tight. Every time you're exhaling, that belly gets flatter as you're pulling it towards your spine. Let's go for 1 more, each marching. When your right or left leg come to table, hold it there. Now all I want you to do, keep that leg in tabletop. You're going to hinge down, squeeze, lift. Hinge it down, squeeze and lift. We're only going for 2 more here. Hinge it down, squeeze and lift. 1 more, hinge it down, squeeze, lift. Place that foot onto the foot bar, lift those hips. Other leg to tabletop. Go ahead, hinge it down, squeeze and lift. Hinge it down. Try not to let that free hip fall. You want to keep it level with the other hip. 1 more, squeeze that back line. When you come up to the top, drop that foot, lift hips, take an inhale, and slowly articulate yourself down 1 vertebra at a time. Go ahead, bring your knees into your chest and rock it out. When you do things slow and controlled, it fires up so many stabilizer muscles. Things are so much harder, slow and controlled. When you are ready, we are going to come up to make a spring change. So I'm going to come up on my reformer, and I am taking off 1 of my red springs, just coming down to 2 red springs. Once you come down to 2 red springs, I want you to turn on one side, whether it be the right or the left. Does not matter. I want you to take your head, lift up your headrest, and lay on the side of your body. Your toes are going to face whichever way you are lying, and I want your heel to come towards the end of the padding of your foot bar. So you want to take a glance down, you want to look, you want to make sure that your knee and hip are in one line and that your heel is underneath your knee. Same thing with the bottom leg. You want the knees and thighs to be parallel to one another, and this hip needs to shift and stay square to the ceiling above it. So as you lay your head down, your bottom hand can come around. This is just, we're going to strengthen the glute here with some single leg presses. So through your heel, I want you to press the carriage out, find that full length extension. Now try not to roll towards your back. Stay square. Bend your knee, come in. Again, push, resist. You want to watch that that knee stays level. You're not dropping the hip. You're keeping it in that parallel line to the leg underneath it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more. Bring that leg in. And now we're going to just come to the ball of the foot. So the ball of the foot is replacing where the heel was. The heel is going to be lifted. You're going to double check yourself that your knee and hip are in line. Knee and ankle are in line. Draw those abs in. Keep yourself twisted to the side and push yourself out. Resist yourself in. I'm not talking much about your abdominals right now. I will get to that at a later point. Right now we're just touching on side lying footwork for our glute strengthening part. So really pushing through that front line as you come up. This is working that front part of your leg. Really squeeze, resist. 1 more. Next time you come in, come all the way in. Go ahead, place that foot on down, and we're carefully going to come up, and we are going to turn around and do the same thing on the other side. So turning to my side lying position, my hips are going to be stacked. I'm going to rest my head down on the headrest. Roll my hips, you're going to stack them up. I'm going to take my heel coming towards the edge pad of the foot bar. Knees, legs, thighs are parallel. We're staying square to the ceiling above us. head comes down. When you're ready, push through the heel, squeeze the glute at the top, resist it in. You're really thinking about that end motion. You really want to get that squeeze at the top of every movement that you make. Check your positioning, check your form. Really feel it on that working glute. Last 3. For 2. 1. Bring it on in. And we're going to replace our heel with the ball of the foot. Double check that your legs are parallel. Resting down, hips are closed. Thighs, knees are stacked. Go ahead, press it out as you're lifting the heel. Pull it in. Building a little strength in that glute, that quad, that calf, all of the above. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in. You can place those knees on down. Let's roll onto our backs. And you can go ahead, bring those knees in towards your chest. Maybe butterfly those legs, stretch out those glutes just a little bit. And then go ahead, we're going to roll ourselves back up. And we're going to come into a little bit of upper body work now. So I am coming to one blue spring. I am going to be taking both of my red springs off. Now, I'm going to give you an option to come on to your knees, but you're going to come sit down into a low kneel. If you have bad knees or you don't like to be on your knees, by all means, you can just sit on your bum and come sitting Indian style, whatever works for you. All right, so I'm going to come onto my low knees. You're going to reach in front of you. You're going to grab those straps. Now, I am choosing to use the the short loops, a little bit heavier. The long loops are a little bit lighter. Your shoulders are backing down. You're drawing those abdominals in. Arms are reaching to the outsides of the rails, and your palms are facing back. Abs are pulled towards the spine. You're going to press those arms back. Resist them forward. Again, you want to be mindful that they don't come too far forward or they go push all the way back here. We're trying to just engage those shoulders, those lats, that side body. Working everything that keeps our posture correct and us standing tall for the rest of our lives. So just pressing the arms back, resisting them forward. We're going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach those arms forward, relax. Palms are still facing forward, shoulders are brought down. We're going to place the palms so the knuckles face each other, and we're going to come into a low row, resist it back. You have the option where you can choke up on the straps, get a little bit deeper if you want to. Coming into a low row, just working those back muscles. Think about those scapular pressing down. You're squeezing your arms close to that side body, bringing those elbows back, squeezing down through your back, trying to essentially squeezing those elbows towards the midline. 3, for 2, 1. Release those arms long. Arms are now coming up, palms are facing down. We're going to come for a high row. So you're going to bring the elbows wide, resist it forward. Squeeze, release. So as you squeeze, you try not to pop through your chest. Release. Squeeze, relax the shoulders, keep the tension away from the neck. You're bringing those scapulas squeezing together, essentially pressing down as they're squeezing. Last 3 for 2 and 1. Bring those arms out and let's go ahead and hang those straps up. We're going to come off to one side of your reformer. So it doesn't matter which side, either left or right. I am going to be changing my spring from 1 blue to 1 red, so coming to 1 heavy spring. And from here, we're going to step off, coming into our standing and balance work. We're going to bring out, like we did last time, we're going to bring our foot onto the reformer. My standing foot is up by the foot bar, and I am going to have my toes onto the shoulder block. We are going to keep our abs pulled in and our chest proud. Use the foot bar as you seem fit. And you're going to now lift your knee up off the carriage and extend that leg. So we are in a standing lunge. Now, in this standing lunge, our chest is proud. We're going to bend this standing leg, push this carriage back with this chest straight, and bring it up. So you have the choice, use the foot bar. If you have trouble with balance, if you're okay with balance, you can bring your hands to prayer. You can bring one hand to the foot bar, just have one finger on the foot bar. You choose what works for you. What I want you to think about is keeping that chest proud, because what are we working right now? We're working the quads. We're working the lower body. We're stabilizing, keeping everything quiet except the working leg. Into this front line. Let's go for 4. 3. 2. Slow and controlled. 1. When you come up this time, hold it there. If your hands are on the foot bar, keep them there. If they're not, just grab the foot bar for a moment. Same move, only this time we're hinged, okay? So we're going to bend the standing leg. Leg is still going to go back, but we're hinged at an angle from our waist. So let's think about what we're moving, what we're using. So we're still using all of our leg muscles, but because of the hinge, we're coming into more glute here. So we're hinging it down. Again, you're holding on if you need to. You choose where you need to be and pressing it out. We have 4 more, just rocking forward, rocking back. For 3 and 2. 1 more. And bring it in. Drop that knee, hands to the foot bar. Go ahead, extend that carriage all the way out. Come into a stretch here. Really feeling that line stretch out. Feels so good to open up through that hip flexor. Carefully bring that carriage in. And let's go repeat the work on the other side. To the other side. I'm going to bring my left knee to the carriage. My left toe is going to go behind the shoulder block. I am bringing my right foot towards the foot bar. Toes are tucked under. I am holding on to the foot bar. I'm going to lift my knee. My chest is proud. Abs are pulled in. Remember, we're standing, bending the standing leg, so push, bend this leg. Carriage will go out as you bend the standing leg. Carriage will come in as you stand up. So holding on, feeling how your balance feels. Remember, you don't ever have to let go. If you feel stable and you want a little more intense work, that's where you let your hands go. So really working into that standing leg, bending and pressing. You're trying to watch that knee doesn't fall too far over that first and second toe. Let's go for 2 more. 1 more here. Next time you come in, hands come to the foot bar. We're going to come into that hinge. So now hinge it down. You're going to bend the knee. You come into a hinge. You come up, you come out of that hinge. So you're coming down into the hinge and up. So now getting deeper into more of that glute instead of the quad. Again, pick up the intensity. You lift the hands up and off. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, drop that knee. You're going to press that carriage all the way out. Extend that leg, really reach long, open through that hip flexor. And then go ahead, bring that carriage in. We're going to add a blue spring on to that red spring. You're going to go ahead, you're going to lie yourself down, and then from here, wrap your straps behind you. Once you have those straps in your legs, we are going to take 1 loop and place it on the right foot. Take the other loop and place it on the left foot. Once you have those feet in those straps, go ahead, extend your feet out, coming into frog, so heels click together. You're going to bend your knees, pull your heels towards your glutes, push and press away. Now draw those abdominals in, connect them to the ribs, and think about every time you exhale, you're flattening out those abs as you're pulling them down towards your spine. Squeeze through the legs, activate that pelvic floor. Really squeeze. The most important thing here is you want to try to keep those heels connected, having that engagement pushing off each other. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Legs are long. Flip the feet to parallel. Let's bring them up to the clouds. Lower them down towards the foot bar. Now be mindful, you only want to go within your range of motion. So you go as high as you can without your tailbone coming off the carriage mat, and then coming as low as you can without popping and rounding through the rib cage and arching through your lower back. Let's add 3 more here. When your feet come up to the top after this last one, hold them there. When you hold them there, I want you to bend your knees, bring them in. Now extend the legs long, float them up to the clouds. Bend the knees towards the chest, push the legs away. Lift them to the clouds. This is short spine stretch prep. So extend the legs, reach the legs up, bend the knees, push the weight away from you. Pull, think about those abs pulling those legs up, bend the knees. Use both feet, push that weight away from you. Extend it up. Let's go 1 more in this direction. Push away. Extend up. When your feet come to the top, we're going to reverse that motion. So you're bending down, bringing the legs down, bending them towards your chest. Now extend them up to the clouds. Push them away. pull them in. Pull the legs up towards the clouds. Push them away. Let's go for 3 more. Pull them in. Extend up to the clouds. Push them away. 1 more. When your legs come in, hold them there. Let's go ahead, open those legs, hip distance apart. I want you to hold on to those ropes, and I want you to rock from side to side. Just relaxing those hips, rocking from side to side. This is called Happy Baby, or just a spine rock. When you rock back to the center, you can bring those legs together. You're going to carefully take those straps off, one at a time. Find the foot bar. Straps can be hung up. We are carefully going to roll ourselves up. We're going to take off that red spring, bring ourselves back to a blue spring. And then I'm going to come sit face you onto the carriage. And now I'm going to bring my shin up against the shoulder blocks, and I'm going to bring this outside foot into a figure 4 position. If this position is not attainable, just sit Indian style, that works, or your feet out in front. Whatever works for you, as long as you can keep your spine up nice and tall. You're going to bring your outside hand closest to the foot bar. For me, this is my right hand. My left hand is going to reach out. We're going to reach that left hand out away from us. Then we're going to come up for lateral flexion. As we come into that lateral flexion, we're going to push our body away from the foot bar, getting into this nice side body stretch and pull on one side and stretch on the other. Come up. We're going to do that one more time. So reach, bring it up and over. This time when we reach, we're going to rotate our body towards the foot bar. So let's reach it out, bring it up and over. Now stay over in that lateral flexion. I want you to rotate your trunk towards the springs. That hand will touch that foot bar possibly. Try to really extend. You're trying to get this hip that's off the mat. You're trying to push it down. Even though it's not close to the mat, you really want to push. Now you're going to bring yourself up, lift that chest. That outside hand is going to come up and over back to where it started from. As you bring that outside hand down, you're going to grab the shoulder block. You're going to tug the shoulder block, pull it towards you. Foot bar hand now comes up and over for a counter stretch. We're going to unwind. We're going to rotate towards the center. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and our feet are coming onto the platform. Your hands are coming up. We're going to come into a forward stretch, so hands can come under the foot bar, or they can come over the foot bar. You can use the foot bar to help pull you as long as your foot bar locks. So you want to come into a forward stretch, releasing any tension from those shoulders, relaxing that neck. Just hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to turn to the other side and do the mermaid stretch exactly the same way. So my shins are coming up against the shoulder blocks. My foot in front of me is into a figure 4. My left hand is now coming to the foot bar. My right arm is reaching long. I'm going to reach right first, then laterally flex over. Push myself away, open up that whole side body, drop this shoulder, and let's come up. Bring that arm back to neutral. Again, extend, reach away from you, then up and over to that lateral flexion, push out. Reach, maybe get a little deeper this time. Open that side body, really allow it to release. Bring that flexion back up, back to neutral. This time we're going to add that rotation. So you're going to reach away, up and over. Rotate the trunk towards the springs. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. That top hip, you want to try to get it, push it towards the mat to try to anchor it. And when you're ready, you're slowly going to bring yourself in. That outside hand is going to come up and over. As it comes back to neutral, it's going to grab the shoulder block. The hand on the foot bar is going to release. You're going to pull the shoulder block towards you as you counter stretch the other way. Bring that hand back up to center, and I am just going to roll myself around. And we have finished your second workout in my beginner Pilates classes. And thank you so much for joining. And like always, please like, comment, and share. And until next time, I'll meet you on the Reformer. Bye.